Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. So, Rootmetrics completed their first half of 2017 testing, and I wanted to talk to you guys about the overall scoring and see how each carrier performed. So, Verizon overall is number one once again, AT&T is number two, Sprint is in third, and T-Mobile is in fourth. Now, Rootmetrics has been getting bashed for a very long time since T-Mobile has ranked fourth on their rankings for quite some time now. Actually, Sprint has been in third and T-Mobile has been in last place according to this testing. Now, this is one of the last third-party testing firms that is still testing reliability and calls and texting. In my opinion, I think those are still very important parts of the network. As a matter of fact, one of my buddies just switched back to Verizon from T-Mobile because he wasn't able to get a phone call about a very important job offer because T-Mobile's voice over LTE wasn't working at that time. So T-Mobile's voice and reliability are still not up to par against Verizon, AT&T, and Sprint. I know it's hard to believe, but that's a fact. I've seen a lot of reports on Reddit. They say, voice over LTE works good when it works, but it's not very reliable. I still drop a lot of calls, and I still see daily reports of that in my email, that T-Mobile is not as reliable on voice as the other three. So as you will see in the ranking on the reliability, T-Mobile is in fourth with a lower score, as Verizon is first, AT&T is second, and Sprint is in third. Now, speed, T-Mobile is in third, Sprint's in fourth, Verizon first, AT&T second. So Rootmetrics does support the claims of other third-party testing firms that T-Mobile is right up there with Verizon and AT&T in the speed department. Now, I know Ookla does say that T-Mobile is the fastest, but remember, Rootmetrics only tests the top 120 markets. They don't test along interstates or rural areas. So each data performance varies between testing markets and where these third-party companies' tests are done at. So now, one thing that you're going to notice once again in the calling department, T-Mobile is in last place at a score of 77. So they scored quite a bit lower on the calling, which is it's still an issue in the network. I know I spoke with an engineer not too long ago, and he was telling me that some of the handoffs are not working properly because on one tower, T-Mobile has new equipment on it, and on the other tower, they just did a layover of equipment, so the towers are not communicating properly, so calls tend to drop on the handoff. And then, of course, congestion is still a big issue on T-Mobile's network. So when a tower is congested, you can experience a dropped call, voice being very choppy, calls blocked, not going through. All that still exists on T-Mobile's network. And John and Neville Ray, they don't want to accept the fact that that is still happening. So they rather rely on data performance and not on somebody like Rootmetrics that still tests reliability and calling. So yeah, so this is all that they test, which is pretty good. And as you can see, T-Mobile finished in fourth place. Now, T-Mobile's network is much bigger than Sprint's. There is no denying that. But remember, Rootmetrics only tests the top 120 markets, and T-Mobile finishes in fourth place. According to reliability and calling, they score much lower than the other three. Now, they are closing in on Sprint. I will point that out. They are at 86.5, Sprint's at 87.9. So if Sprint doesn't pick it up in the speed department here in the next 6 months or so, when they complete the second half of 2017, T-Mobile will end up passing them and move into third place on the next testing if Sprint doesn't pick it up in the speed department. I think overall T-Mobile will improve on the calling. They're making modernizations, tweaks here and there, so that will fix itself. So I just wanted to bring this video to you guys on a Sunday. I've been very busy. It's early morning, so I'm gonna get ready to go to bed. So let me know in the comment section down below what you think about this ranking. Do you think this is accurate as far as the calling? Are you still experiencing lots of call issues? In my experience with T-Mobile, they have gotten a lot better in El Paso, but when I first started out with T-Mobile, calling was very bad. Then recently when I got back with them at the beginning, it was still dropping calls, and now it's getting much and much better as they're adding more bandwidth. Also, more towers are going up, so it's getting better. So definitely stay tuned to the channel. Lots more content coming. Give these videos a thumbs up. Keeps me motivated, keeps me going. Like, share, subscribe. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.